In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. The Lord is praying. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So we are your teachers for today. I am Miss Jenaline, Miss Rachel, and Miss Eliza, Miss Sunshine. And we are your teachers for today's lesson. Please take your seats. How are you today, class? We're good. Are there any absences? Yes. One more thing. Oh, does she have the speech letter? Yes, please. Oh, I see. Here it is. Okay, for your class, you will just have to put your signature beside your name. Okay? Okay. Once again, good morning. And I see that you have those excited faces on your face. So let's play a game. And our game is called Marshmallow Game. Do you know what is a marshmallow game? Yeah. What marshmallow game is? Oh, it seems that some of you don't know yet. So the marshmallow game starts with one student saying marshmallow and the second student will be asked to continue saying check it out, and then the third will say boom. And the next series of students will be pointed will have to continue by increasing the number of phrases, words like marshmallow, check it out, and boom. The following activity will continue until 6 students who will commit an error will be determined. And ready to class. The student who will commit an error will be given one gift. Are you ready to class? Yes. Okay, let's start. The first picture is like Republic Act number 41313, known as the Safe Spaces Act, an act defining gender-based sexual harassment in streets, public places, online, workplace, and educational or training institutions, providing protective measures and prescribing penalties on April 17, 2019. Okay, thank you, Vivian. So, what is it we're talking about today, class? Safe Spaces Act is about the Safe Spaces Act. More precisely, it is under the Republic Act 11313, also known as the Safe Spaces Act. It was approved on April 17, 2019. It is an act defining gender-based sexual harassment in streets, public spaces, online, workplaces, and educational institutions with penalties. But before we proceed to this topic, class, what do you think is the difference between sexual harassment and gender-based sexual harassment? What do you think? For each, I'll give you an example. For the sexual harassment, it is all about, a boy is harassing a student through touching, like that. And the gender-based sexual harassment is they are in public and the perpetrator is saying harassment words like calling, like that. So what do you think is the difference? Okay, Shania, please okay, that is correct. So, gender-based sexual harassment class involves behavior that reinforces heteronormative gender roles, while the sexual harassment is a type of discrimination based on sex involving unwanted comments or behavior. So both of these are discrimination, a type of discrimination. Okay, moving on. In the Republic Act 11313 under Section 1, it was declared that this act will be known as the Safe Act. In Section 2, it lists the declaration of policies to ensure the dignity and the human person regarding full respect for human rights. Alright, to proceed on another section of this topic and to elaborate more, we will call on the second student that the did. Please stand. Okay. Can you read the instructions first? After opening it. Okay, so the instructions are study the picture carefully and give your opinion about the picture. Share your concern and thoughts and put the paper in the okay. So what I observed from this picture, from what Miss Jillian said earlier, that the girl, someone is calling the girl, like the word is. Yes, that's an example of calling. Then what is written behind this picture is Section 4, gender-based street and public spaces sexual harassment. Section 5, gender-based sexual harassment in private public spaces, open to the public, such as restaurants and etc. Section 6, gender-based sexual harassment in public and routine vehicles. And Section 7, gender-based sexual harassment in streets and public spaces committed by minors. Okay, as what Miss Shania said, no, there's catcalling in this picture. And this is an example of gender-based sexual harassment. So this type of harassment will be addressed in the sections Yes, B. Jeep. Yes, an example. Harry. Tricycle. Tricycle. Okay, another example. Vehicle. What else? Yes. Motorcycle. Yes. Those are types of public utility vehicles where gender-based sexual harassment happens. So in this section, this will be those kind of harassment that usually happen in that type of vehicles are addressed in these sections. Next, section 7 on gender-based sexual harassment in street and public spaces committed by minors. So this type of sexual harassment, this is done by those minors. And the people who can hold those minors are of course the DSWD or the Social Welfare and Development. Very good. Section 8. To strengthen this, the LGU is given the authority, okay, to localize the applicability of the Act, disseminate copies of the Act, impose fines of those people, or the impose fines for those perpetrators. Okay, what is perpetrators again? Yes, Harry?
The person committing the crime.
Okay, the person committing the fines. So they can impose fines for those people. Create hotline and coordinate with the DILG. So this all falls under section 8. Then, to ensure that these sections or that these rules is implemented, the role of the DILG is to ensure that the LGU implements their duties very well. So that is under section 4, section 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Do you have any questions? Okay, to proceed, may I call on the third person for that third please, and read the definition.
Study the picture carefully and give your opinion about the picture. Share your answer in the class, complete the paper, and read out loud what is written.
Okay, based on the picture provided, share your insight or what have you understand the representation.
As what I see in the picture, there. What I see in the picture, the there's a person in the internet or virtually harassing the lady.
Okay, thank you for your brilliant idea. So class, give your classmate another clap. Do you know how to do it?
No.
Yes. So it goes like this. You need to clap 3 times from the right side and 3 times from the left side. And stop your feet 3 times and say, Big ang bato, Ghana! Do you get it?
Yeah.
Do it together. Big ang bato, Ghana! So, according to Moini, the picture portrays there is someone in the environment harassing the lady. So, you mean there is sexual harassment through online space. In accordance to Republic Act 14313 or the Safe Spaces Act, under section 12, gender-based online sexual harassment is of course when the perpetrator sends some malicious videos or photos and then malicious comments wherein or which makes the victim feel uncomfortable and uneasy. So class, can you please give me some example wherein gender-based online sexual harassment shows? Anyone? From the side. Yes, Brian?
A person virtually harassing social platform like Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, thank you. Another? Harry?
A person helping you with,
Also,
those videos. Yeah.
you know, another? Last one. From this side, Shania? Someone sent you a good picture. Okay, very good. Now, so, thank you, understand the section. Since we already discussed the different types of gender-based sexual harassment, may I call on the student who got that for me? Please open the page and read the web instruction.
Study the picture carefully and do tasks given within the picture. Share your answer in the class. Then, flip the paper and read out loud what is written.
So, in your own perspective, which of the two pictures is the qualified gender-based sexual harassment? And put the hands up in your chosen picture.
Okay, this is right there. So the handcuff belongs to the second picture.
Then, higher and why do you think that the second picture is the right the second picture should be the handcuff should be put in the second picture.
Okay, I think the second picture deserves a handcuff because the boy is doing things that makes the girl uneasy. Compared to the first picture, I think there's nothing wrong with a mother breastfeeding.
Okay, then flip the page to the next and read what this is written.
Section 15, qualified gender-based streets, public spaces, and online sexual harassment. The penalty next higher in degree will be applied in the following cases. The act takes place in public transportation where the perpetrator is the driver and the victim is the passenger. Mother or if offended party is a minor, senior citizen, person with disability, breastfeeding mother, or a mentally unstable person. If the perpetrator is a member of uniformed services such as PNP, while doing the act wearing the uniform, and if the act takes place within a government agency offering frontline services to the public and the perpetrator is a government employee.
Thank you for your participation. Okay, class, give your classmate a good clap. Do you know how to do it? No. Okay, look at this. You need to clap your hands 3 times. Stamp your feet 3 times and say boom, boom. So, you get it?
Yes!
Okay, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. So according to Marshall, the headcount should be full in the second picture because a person acts maliciously, which makes the lady or a man feel uncomfortable. While the first picture just showed a breastfeeding mother, which is normal. So, class, what are the highest levels of gender-based sexual harassment who got the worst penalties or fines? So there is a section which follows section 15. However, there is an exemption under section 31, which pertains that if a person acts according to their culture or tradition, they will get fines or they will not receive fines or penalties. And also, if a person or a mother who is breastfeeding their child, she will get fines or penalties. As I said earlier, it is normal to feed her child. So, going back to section 15, which pertains that the highest level of gender-based sexual harassment who got the worst penalties or fines. The first one, if the victim is the passenger. In other ways, if the victim is a minor, senior citizen, person with disability, restraining order, or a mentally unstable person. So, and worse, if the person or who acts the crime is wearing a government uniform, for example, PEP or policeman. And lastly, if the perpetrator act the crime or do the crime in a government place, and for example, a employer and employee relationship. The perpetrator is the employer and the victim is the employee. And in exchange of there is gender-based sexual harassment there, wherein if the employer asks something or do some malicious things to the victim in exchange of something or in exchange of higher position. Do you understand that class? Yes. Okay, to further your understanding in this category, may go on the student who got the gift. So Arjun, open your gift and read the instructions loud.
Study the pictures carefully and give your opinion about the picture. Here your answer to the task, then be quiet out loud. The picture shows the something to do with employer and employee. The employer, the one who's there's yes, ang kanang kayo kay mo siya ang pinag-survey mo siya ang employer who did something na kanang murag dili siya dili comfortable ang kanang pala. Then Section 16, gender-based sexual harassment in the workplace. The crime of gender-based sexual harassment in the workplace includes the following. A. Any unwelcome sexual advances, request, or demand for sexual favor in exchange for a job or education opportunities. And B. Conduct of sexual nature that affects the dignity of a person.
Okay, thank you, Arjun. So according to Arjun class, the picture shows a harassment happening in the workplace. Actually, class, there is a section in the Republic Act 11313, specifically in section 16, which is all about the gender-based sexual harassment in the workplace. It includes any unlawful sexual advances or requests in exchange for a position or a job opportunities. Another one is when there is a conduct of sexual nature that can affect the dignity of a person, such as shaming them or degrading them based on their gender. Since we're talking about the workplace, Section 17 calls on the duties of the employers. The duties of the employers is to disseminate a copy of the Act, next, to provide measures to prevent gender-based sexual harassment, and create an independent committee to address complaints and investigation, either than creating a program to avoid or lessen the sexual harassment in the area. In section 18, there is also the duties of the employers and the coordinator. First, they are to refrain from committing gender-based sexual harassment and discourage the conduct of such act and provide emotional and social support, especially to the victims. And lastly, report acts of gender-based sexual harassment. So since we already discussed about the gender-based sexual harassment in the workplace, may I call on the student who got the CCGs. The instructions are study the picture carefully and give your opinion about the picture. Share your answers in the class and flip the paper and read out loud what is written. The picture here shows a student being harassed by her teacher and another teacher on what we asked. Section 21 school, whether public or private, shall designate an officer in charge to receive complaints regarding violations of this act and shall ensure that the victims are provided with a gender-sensitive environment that is both respectful to the victim's needs and conducted with truth telling. Okay, thank you, Jana. So according to Jana class, there is a harassment happening in school. So in this section class, section 21 is all about the gender-based streets and public spaces, gender-based sexual harassment in educational and training institutions. In this section, it goes on to the concern of the sexual harassment happening in school, wherein the school is tasked to designate an officer in charge to make actions on how to address the issue. So if those mentioned sections are being violated, Section 36 calls on the prospective period, which states any action arising from the violation of any of the provisions of this act shall prescribe as follows. First, offences committed under Section 11A is subjected to 1 year. Section 11B is subjected to 3 years, and in Section 11C is subjected to 10 years, and in Section 12 it is imprescriptible or is subjected to reclusion perpetua, which means that it cannot be rightfully taken away or revoked, and it is punishable under the revised penal code. And lastly, in Section 16 and 21, it is subjected to 5 years of prison. Since we already discussed about all the sections in the Republic Act No. 313, or also known as the Safe Spaces Act, let's have a game. Are you ready?
Yes.
The game is called Charade Saga.
Charade.
Do you know what is a charade saga?
Not yet.
Some of you are familiar with it. Yes. So it goes like this. The class will be grouped into two. This will be group 1 and this will be group 2. All you need to do is choose one specific section in Republic Act 11313 and you will act it. And the other group will guess what section you are trying to act. And reminding class, reminder. In your performance, there should be a solution within it. You will also act the solution. Okay? You understand, class? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And the performance should be rated according to this rubric. Content mastery is 15 points, creativity is 10 points, and timeliness is 5 points. Talking about timeliness, you will be given 2 minutes to plan and 3 minutes to act. Okay? Your position will be here is the group 1 and there will be group 2. On my cue, when I say 1, you stand, and when I say 2, you put the chairs on the side, and when I say 3, you settle down with your group. You can squat, you can stand, or anything that will make you comfortable in acting. Okay, class? 1, 3, start your batting class.
Sa kaibigan mo.
Why? Okay, what's happening here? That girl and her as her friend. No, okay, calm down. We can fix this. Let's go to the office. Let's go. Let's go, urgent. That's all.
I think
I think that she said to compliment school. Thank you.
Okay, are you done? Ready? Okay, group one, what is the section they're trying to train? Section 6. Is it correct? Yes. This is after our class. Okay, so for group one, content mastery is 15, creativity is 10, kindness is 4, a total of 29 over 30. Confidence mastery is 15, creativity is 10, kindness is 5. Total of 30 over 30. Please get your trophy. Congratulations, class. Since that are really, did you really understand the topic? Now, please go back to your seats on my view. When I say one, you stand, and when I say two, you arrange the chairs back to their place, and when I say three, you settle down. Okay? One. Okay? Three. You go down fast. Now, if we evaluate your understanding and you truly understand our topic, you will have a short quiz. Okay, to be distributed by the teachers. I will give you 5 or 10 minutes to answer the quiz. And last, no need to write it on a paper because until serve as your answer sheet. All you need to do is write your name, section, and the date for today. Read the instructions carefully and choose the best answer you choose. And your 10 minutes starts now.
We have 5 minutes left.
Don't you know that in order to become pencil is ready, right? Again, believe you can and you will. 3 minutes left. Focus on your test papers. Here's this. Don't you know that students of school normal university promoted more in Okay, done answering? Yes. I told you. We're all intelligent and very, very smart. Hey, can I stop class? Okay, pass your answer sheet forward and write down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You just enter 1, 2, and 3. Hey, well done, class. Now, to have an evidence that you really learned our coming today, we'll give you an assignment. For your assignment, you need to create a poem which is to be presented next week and decided to graduate. Okay? Content 30 points. Clarity and organization 25 points. Creativity 20 points. Language conviction 15 points. For total points of 80